Metals just went vertical again today, even as the Fed turned slightly hawkish. Here's what really happened. So today the markets definitely saw a little bit of a mixed session here. The Dow continuing yesterday's trend absolutely launched higher. The S&P not so positive, and the NASDAQ ended up finishing in the red. Now, early strength absolutely faded as traders started to digest a little bit further into the Fed's commentary and weak consumer data. Factor in a little bit of that jobs numbers today. Again, explains why we're seeing a little bit of that negative pressure. Now, tech did cool today. Cyclicals absolutely lagged, and there was definitely profit taking across the board as well, especially as some are calling AI fatigue starting to play a factor. Now, the real story, though, has to absolutely be precious metals once again, which continued to rip higher. Gold pushed higher as traders ignored the Fed's tone and chased safety once again. Silver had a strong surge, and by far the strongest surge, approaching nearly 6% at one point, still riding supply crunch, industrial demand, as well as massive futures volumes. Now, if we're taking a look at platinum, climbed as well, supported by the global auto sector demand and tightening inventories, and that part is an absolute understatement. Now, why did the metals ignore the Fed? Even with the Fed holding a mildly hawkish line here, hinting that they're not ready to cut as fast, markets still focused on the soft macro numbers, cooling inflation, and falling yields, not to mention a little bit of a weaker dollar, which is down at 98 even. That combination absolutely worked like rocket fuel for the precious metals. Now, the Fed did signal that they're watching inflation closely and won't rush into cuts, but they also didn't push back too hard on market expectations. Basically, what traders are hearing here is cuts are coming, but maybe just not immediately. So what am I watching for next? Well, essentially, we're going to continue to watch the inflation numbers. Obviously, the yield and the US dollar will absolutely play factors here, and definitely the options flows. If yields keep easing, metals could go parabolic once again, factor in a continued weakened US dollar, and that statement can absolutely hold true. Now, silver is the one to watch, as well as maybe platinum, but it's definitely the leader right now, and definitely where I'm keeping most of my time and my attention. So are you riding gold, silver, platinum, or still looking at AI as a major driver for this economy? Drop a comment down below, and let's see you tomorrow morning at the opening bell.